Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So here is a kind of a redo of my Marici video. I think it's the same team as last time, and I've been using this team completely throughout my working on the max look of Marici. It's worked out really great for me, so. For Marici, I like to use mostly Pierce types. And then ideally Pierce with both null damage wall and some kind of mine null gimmick. The first character I'm using is Gargoyle Ascension. She has the flight and the null damage wall, so she addresses the gimmicks. And then she's the one bounce character that I'm using. There are some chances for pinch shots in this mission, so she fills that role. Then all my other guys are Pierce types, which I overwhelmingly prefer for Marici. First up is Leah Ascension from the Mythos quests. And I used her a lot in the beginning of the game when she was one of my very first max locks. And then I put her to bed for a little bit. But with the release of Marici, I started using her again, so that was very cool. She has Pierce and null damage wall and flight. And then she has a decent bump combo in the homing. And actually every character on this team has homing, so there's a lot of homing shots here. And then she has a strike shot of the tackle. And usually the tackle, I don't use it because it's not super strong. But in the case of this mission, it's super duper helpful. Because there is a lot of ability lock in this mission. And so when she becomes ability locked, she loses flight, she loses a null damage wall. So then she can take damage from either damage walls or mines. But if I use her tackle strike shot, she can just go and then stick to a guy, and so avoid both of the gimmicks. And then the ability lock would wear off next turn, so I would save myself a lot of damage if I didn't have that. Alright, next up is Sakura Ascension, my favorite character in the game. She also has flight and null damage wall, but she also has recovery on the gauge. That's terrific because it helps me keep my hit points up, but also means null damage wall is off the gauge, so there's no chance of a happening there. And then lastly, I'm using a Cinderella Evolution. And she is my one Minesweeper on the team. She has Pierce, null damage wall, and Minesweeper. And so her stats are not great, except for her speed. But with mines, her attack goes up, so that's pretty great. And then she also has a strike shot, which can really help me with positioning. It's the laser plus homing. And it does decent damage, actually. But the most important thing about it is that it makes her stay put. And so if she's ability locked as well, she can use that to avoid mines and damage walls. So that's pretty great. Alrighty. Yeah, so these first few stages, there are lots of anti-bounce guys. So I'll use my Pierce characters against them. And then I'll use my Gargoyle to take out everybody else. Okay, so Cinderella is ability locked here, so we'll just kind of stall for this turn, and then get some bump combos in there. Oh yeah, and then Sakura's sub-bump combo is the Slice and Dice, which is super duper strong, especially in Marici weak point. Okay, so here is the first mini-boss stage. And this is like a preview of the boss stages to come. The main thing we want to be aware of here is that every 4 turns Marici shoots out a double vertical laser, which can take us out very quickly. So as much as possible we want to position our guys on the sides of Marici, and this is where Pierce types are very preferable. Because it's very easy for them to get to the side of Marici and also maintain their position there. And there's no chance of an irregular bound which will send you, you know, up or somewhere. So that's why pierce types are very much recommended here. Okay, crazy damage from the slice and dice. And yeah, that was the double vertical laser, but we were able to avoid it, so very good. And yeah, I generally ignore all of the little guys on stages like these, and it works out. A lot of them move to the sides of Marici, so I, you know, hit them anyways. And then also the bump combos are enough to take them out, so... Okay, we'll get some healing in here with Sakura, and then take down the boss. Okay, this is maybe the most difficult mini-boss stage for me, just because of those blocks there. And then also the anti-bounce guys, they shoot out the ability lock, so that can be another obstacle. Alright, so there's that irregular bound that I talked about, but thankfully Gargoyle got out of the way of the double vertical laser, so... Okay, we took out one of the anti-bounce guys, but still we have the ability lock come out, so we'll have to be careful on Gargoyle's next turn. Okay, take down the other shield. Alright, so here I see Marici's gravity barrier's up, so we wouldn't be able to get many hits on him. So we'll just go ahead and use Cinderella's strike shot. Do a lot of damage, and then... yeah, it will most definitely charge by the next... by the boss stage, so we'll be able to use it again. And yeah, this mission usually goes pretty smoothly for me, but I think on this run, things went a little off the usual plan that I have, so it can be good as a learning tool to show what to do when in a pinch. Alright, so there, Sakura ate the double vertical. So we took a lot of damage, especially since she doesn't have the element advantage. But thankfully we had the heart there, so we're back up to full. And then here is the last mini-boss stage. Alright, so there's a chance for one of Gargoyle's pinch shots, so we'll take advantage of that. And then I would like to go left and right to hit both of the anti-bounce guys, but we are ability locked, so we'll go up and down instead. And then, if possible, we want to beat this stage with all of our guys in the top half of the screen, if possible. Alright, well, we got half of our guys up there. That's okay. Alright, so here is the boss stage. And then, yeah, just like that first mini-boss stage, we'll work on getting our guys positioned to attack Marici from the sides. Okay, so that's good. And then with the gravity barrier up, it's going to stop us, so we can do kind of a more extreme angle in order to get our guys up to the sides of Marici. Alright. And then here we'll just go back and forth. And yeah, I like to stay away from these domangs on the left and right, because that mini spread is a little bit powerful. Alright, so our guys are in excellent position. We'll just focus on attacking Marishten from the sides. Okay, pretty good. Same deal here. We're just going to ignore the guys down there. Yeah, so if we're up high enough, then the mini spread does nothing, so we're in pretty good shape. And then we don't need to worry about the laser barrier, because all of our guys have different types of bump combos anyway. Okay, same deal here. Sakura's bump combo is really strong. Alright, and now we're at the last stage. So same idea here. We will move kind of towards the bottom of the screen to attack Marishten from the sides. And then I like to get rid of the anti-bounce guys down there, because again, they do the ability lock. So we'll see what we do here. Yeah, we'll go after the ability lock down there. Or the anti-bounce guy. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. Okay. So yeah, this team that I'm using, it's very reliable. And it's very easy to kind of control their positioning. But if anything can sink this team, it's bad luck with the ability lock. Which is why I like to get rid of those as early as I can. Alright, I could do the side-to-side attack on Marishten here, but I was afraid of an irregular bound. So instead I'm going to use a Gargoyle Strike Shot to go and then tackle and stick out of the double vertical laser. Alright, we're still taking a lot of damage though. So yes, we're going to take the heart and we're going to do some damage to the anti-bounce guy down there. Alright, and then I think this situation is what I was talking about earlier when I said this run didn't go as smoothly as other runs I've done. By this time I would have had all of my guys to the bottom, or to the sides of Marishten. But here I still have two of my guys way up there. So yeah, not ideal. Okay, so we got rid of the Rakshasa up there. So now I'm more free to use Cinderella Strike Shot. Okay, we'll take down the Doman just because he's right in front of my face. And I am ability locked, so I do not want to go to the left or right. So we'll just go up and down, take out the anti-bounce guy. And yeah, thankfully we got the heart up to gold, so we can go ahead and get that. Alright, so finally I have all my guys in the right position. And yeah, then we will just focus on doing damage to the boss. Okay, very good. Yikes. And yeah, Marishten, if you take too long against him, he will make his attack up. And so for that double vertical laser, we only took that little one on the side, but still, it took away quite a bit of damage from Sakura. So yeah, we'll try to end this in a hurry. Whee! Alright, and then just for fun, we'll use Sakura Strike Shot. And there we go. Alright, that was Marishten. Not as smooth as my usual runs, but still, very doable. So yeah, if you have these guys, I recommend this team. And yeah, Pierce guys with a null damage while in either Flight or Minesweeper are my most recommended. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. We'll see you again. Take care.